guys, welcome to Build for Oz, and today episode we are installing transmission cooler. So what we got here is Mishimoto fluid cooler and Mishimoto fluid cooler fan that bolts straight onto this particular fluid cooler. And we got some, because it's 6L ADE transmission, so we've got some adapters for transmission fluid coolant, outlet and inlet port. We've got some racework AN fittings and some O-ring fittings to fit into cooler. So this fan bolts straight on to the radiator or the intercooler itself with some brackets, and yeah, today we're just going to be make up some brackets and I'll see where we can mount this cooler, either at the front or under the tray. And I brought some AN8 push lock hose, which is you're supposed to use a AN braided line, but I went with the push lock hose because I have to use AN8 fittings or hose fittings and AN10 fittings I have to stretch the hose from AN8 to AN10 because that's the only option I can do, because they don't do a AN8 hose end to a AN10 female fittings. Yeah, so, and I didn't want to get a push lock fittings because I just don't like them. And yeah, we'll see how this goes for the time being, and then yeah, I'll do a bit more research. I might even change some of these fittings up around and then to run the braided hose. And yeah, so I have decided to front mount it, and the first thing we have to do is removing the bash plate and the bull bar to get access to it. Right, let's do it. So now we just have to measure and see if the transmission cooler will fit. So it's going to fit right here, sitting at the front of the bodyguard. And yeah, I have to move this support mount further up, and I have made a bracket to suit. The cooler bolts onto here, but this was designed to mount under the tray, so I have to maybe modify this to suit. So the idea is to have it sitting in there, bolted up. I had to drill a couple of holes to make it work, and yeah, cut a couple of bracket out, and yeah, hopefully it'll fit nicely. So I have installed a nut cert, drill a hole and install a nut cert to install this bracket. So yeah, next up will be mounting a transmission cooler or fluid cooler onto this bracket, and yeah, it's pretty steady. We can cut, because I don't need this holes anymore, so I might thinking about cutting that off, but for now I can just leave that on. And so it's this bracket that I made up from alley tube. We're just going to shorten it. This is to support the bonnet latch, so when you close the bonnet, this part here doesn't drop down. And yeah, so I can put a nut cert onto this hole as well, to like a M6 nut cert, just to hold this on. So yeah, that, I reckon that'll be fine for what it is, and that shouldn't move too much. I noticed this radiator move up and down as well. Maybe when on the corrugation it might affect it, but we'll see what's going on. For now, we might even have to trim that back a bit to make it shorter. So yeah, and we'll get the fluid cooler mounted, and yeah, we go remove all the old transmission cooling line, and yeah, let's try install the new adapter without leaking transmission cooler everywhere. So this will be it come with the O-rings that sits, and this one come with the sealed like sandwich plate. So yeah, see how that go. This is from America, ICT brand. So you can get the Aeroflow adapter, but that's only come in AN6. This one is AN8. So it's just whatever I found on eBay, and yeah, that will do the job. So, and yeah, well, next up we install the cooler on this bracket. So rip the old transmission cooler off, just a little cheapy tube that come with a conversion, and yeah, I have to pull out the factory transmission line, which is bolted onto the sump underneath. So hope try to get that out somehow. So this is what I need to remove is transmission oil outlet and inlet. So replace it with aftermarket one. I reckon I might have to remove the drive shaft out of the way so I can get full access to the bolts and work out where else this line is bolted onto under the sump. It's pretty hard to get into, so yeah. Hi guys, it's the next day. Yesterday was absolutely pouring down rain, so I have to stop. Yesterday progress was I install a hose and the fittings, fill the cooler with the transmission fluid, plumbed in. So have a look under the car. I plumbed in the dash 8 fittings with the line. The only concern is it's right next to the header, so when that heats up it's gonna need a bit of heat shield to protect that. So, and yeah, so did start it up, leak test it, pressure test it, no leak, so that's a win. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. So now today we have to wire up the fan and work out the heat shield situation and rip off the old transmission line on the radiator. So yeah, the transmission or the fluid line from the radiator just popped off by metal clips, well, somewhere, and you pop the metal clips out, that pulls out, and oh, there you go, clips that hold it in, and yeah, now we're gonna go ahead and wire this up, the fan. You know, I might not even need a fan, but you know, it costs a fair bit, so I might as well use it. So, thought out about the heat shield on the exhaust, the line, so I can't do anything about it now. I live in a remote area, so that's a downside of it. Might have to order some from eBay or online, but for now I might just cable ties it out of the way, and once the heat shield arrives, I'll put that on and yeah, get an update. So the thermo fan, it's all wired up. It's all hooked up to the thermo fans for the radiator. I just spice into that wire, so when the thermo fan kicks in, this kicks in as well. And yeah, I was gonna put it on a ignition so it turn on when the cars turn on, but doing it this way is so when the thermo fans turn on, this fans turn on, and it's actually sucking air in at the same time, so it's a bit more efficient. So I did use a piece of paper, put in front of it, and it's, yeah, the whole thing works pretty good, so works pretty well. suck all the air in through all the radiator, and even up the top here is still pretty efficient. And yeah, so now we're going to put the bull bar back in, the bash plate, and yeah, do it all in reverse. Here you go, guys. Here's your transmission cooler install. Hope you guys enjoy. Please like and subscribe, and then see you guys next time. Cheers.